Hey, everybody, welcome to this Xbox board game. Wrong show. I don't know what happened there. Hey, everybody, welcome to this board game life episode number 102, titled GenCon 2025. I am one of your fine hosts for today. My name is Rob, and with me, as always, I got my best buddy, Mark.
Howdy ho. How's it going, everybody?
It's going good.
I'm sad, Rob.
I'm in a daze. Why are you sad?
I'm sad. Gen Con's over. Gotta wait a whole nother year now.
There should be, is there a countdown on their site? Like 300, 60 days to go?
There might be, who knows?
I did see that they released today that Gen Con this year had 72,000 people. So I don't remember what that is compared to last year, but that's a lot.
I think it was the same. I mean, I think they were, I think they said 72,000 last year as well. So,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, they sold out, so they sold all their tickets again. I don't know if they increased the amount that they were allowed to sell, but right now it does say, see you next year, July 30th to August 2nd, 2026.
So same time. Yeah, there was 1 year that it wound up being like middle of August. So that was kind of a bummer. That conflicts with a lot of school schedules for a lot of kids. So
yeah,
I guess it is nice that it's always roughly around the same time, for good or bad. As long as that doesn't conflict with whatever else you're doing. But yeah, that I know we were counting down to it, like, hey, it's going to be a couple, it's 3 months away, 2 months away. It's next week.
Yeah.
And it's already come and gone. That's kind of crazy.
It went quick.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yes, indeed.
And a lot of fun was had.
Oh, yeah.
Although parts of it were painful. Physically. Yes. But that's a whole different story.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the quality of the gaming or anything like that. But before we get on with the show, let me just quickly mention that we have a YouTube channel, which you may or may not be aware of. And there's a ton of great content on there. There's video unboxings, there's playthroughs. Mark's got this awesome section that he goes through called Mailbag, and there's a fantastic one. Was it posted yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, that one was pretty cool. It was I'd say it's probably one of your longest ones.
Oh, it's definitely longer. It was almost an hour.
Mailbag. Yep.
Because it was basically the Gen Con Hall edition.
Yes. And there was a lot to be discussed through there. And I'm sure we'll talk about some of the same stuff on this episode here. But yeah, check out our channel for unboxings, playthroughs, reviews, mailbag. It's a lot of cool stuff on there. And don't forget to like and subscribe. We definitely appreciate it. And it'll help us grow the community to welcome more fine folks such as yourself into the community with us here. And before we get on to the Gen Con, once again, I mean, we can talk about what we played, but do we just want to mix it all in, or you want to cover the stuff that you did the week prior?
I'm just going to talk about real quickly what I played the week prior, and then save for what we played at Gen Con for later in the discussion. But I did, before we left, I did get to play some Casinopolis. It's a button shy game. It's one of their newest wallet games. I got to play Roth, which is from...
Roth with an O.
Roth with... What else
Not
would it be?
Wrath.
Roth.
Roth.
Correct. WROTH. And I am going slow because I got this wrong last time when I said the developer, and I'm like, I better double check. This is Chip Theory Games that developed this game, and it's relatively new.
What did you say
And
last time?
I think I initially said Roxley by mistake.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, which one was it? I was between those two. I'm like, I think it's Chip Theory, because I was just at their booth asking about the metal bits. So, but yes, Chip Theory Games' newest game for Manny Tremblay is Roth. It's a really good little area control battling game. I got to play Toy Battle. I'm just gonna say that I'll put it this way: I didn't pick it up at the con.
I was about to say this is sort of a GenCon release.
Yes,
maybe it hit the stores just prior. It landed just prior.
Yeah. So played that one. I got to play Zenith. Ooh, this is I believe this is another Gen Con release.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Super fantastic. Super fantastic. I did, my friend Eva backed it. And so she had it. And because she had Roth and Toy Battle and Zenith. So I got to play that before I left. And I'm like, I'm definitely buying this game. So Zenith is fantastic. I also played some Compile Main 1. Finally got to play that game. I also played another round of Battlestar Galactica, the board game. And turns out I was the lone Cylon this time.
Just you.
Just me. I was the only traitor. Then I played...
Hey, real quick before you jump off that one, because I want to ask you. So originally you played Battlestar Galactica, and that was prior to seeing the TV show. Then you watched the entire series, and now you played it afterwards. Does the game feel different after watching the reboot series?
Yes. Because everything in the game is taken right from the TV series.
Mm-hmm.
So, when events are happening, you like, oh, I remember this in the TV show. Like, I remember this. And it really, like, you really, I don't know. It's a fantastically done game that I don't think I've really experienced a game being able to kind of suck you into that universe like this one does. They just have done a great job with all the characters and everything just right from the show, and how like there's so many different events and cards, and it's all these things that are happening are things that went on, and you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember when this happened. And we actually had a conversation. There was one of the guys was like, I'm not sure I remember this. And he shows me the card, and I was like, well, yeah, this is when that doctor was accused of like killing a certain group of people and all that. And he's like, oh yeah, that's right. So it's just, it was really neat that it has that kind of additional depth to the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a game that was very well thought out, and it is absolutely a fan service to those of that show.
Oh, very nice. Because when you first played it, it felt different, right? I think you mentioned like you didn't really have the whole Battlestar Galactica in the reboot universe in mind, because you were probably thinking more of the old, late 70s, early 80s show.
Well, I had seen the mini series. So when they did the reboot, the mini series was like three or four. I think it was three. I think it was 4 hours long or something like that.
Yeah.
And I really was like, I watched it and I was like, I never went in and watched like the 4 seasons that followed it. And that was like back in like 2000 something, early 2000s. So that was a long time ago. So there was some, I saw, okay, I remember these characters. I remember seeing them, don't really remember much about them. But having watched the show afterwards, was like, wow, I got really into this show. I'm like, this is a really good show. And I don't know why I didn't care for it back then, but I really did enjoy it now.
Every episode is a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
That's the kind
Oh
of
my
show.
gosh. Yes, it is. So, but anyways, really good board game. Would like to get a copy of the board game, but everyone wants massive amounts of money, like several $100s for just the board base game. So,
they need to get the IP and do a reprint.
A reprint, yeah, but yes, that would be great. In a deluxe version. I would pay for that, Awakened Realms.
Yeah. Maybe it's something that Corey Kanishka can pull off with that new company that he's got. Corey used to be one of the main designers over at FFG when Battlestar came out, and then he left after maybe like right around the whole time that Asmodee bought FFG, and then everything changed. And now he's in that company, I think, that did Mandalorian, and that's Scoundrels game or something like that. 3000 Scoundrels.
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, maybe he can pull it off with his new company.
That'd be cool.
Because there's a ton of expansions for that game. I'd really be curious to see what you would think about the expansions as well.
Oh, we play with the expansions.
Oh, you do?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep, the guy that has the game in my group has everything to it. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So, also a couple more things I played. The Last Lighthouse, which is another button shy game. This I believe is a Scott Alms solo player, and I also played Conservus, another solo game. So, got those off the shelf of opportunity into the played list. So,
oh, by the way, real quick, I just looked it up, and I found that there's a game called Unfathomable that came out in 2021.
Right.
That's supposed to be a re-implementation of Battlestar.
Yeah, but it's like a Cthulhu, I think, type of, or it's or underwater monsters. It's not Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah,
but it's not. Yeah, I really like Battlestar Galactica. I mean, the game plays great, but I really love the theme of it, and just I want this. I don't want some other themed version of that gameplay. So
I totally understand.
So, but no, that's cool to share that. That's in case anyone's interested. They can get that for a lot cheaper than they can get Battlestar Galactica. So
yes.
So, all right, that's all I played.
Okay.
For now.
For now. All right. Before we get on, I keep doing that. I keep holding back the whole GenCon content with all this stuff. Well, I'll do it again. And you can contact us in a couple of different ways. You can comment to any of our episodes that we've got on YouTube, any of the videos that we have on YouTube. We also have a guild on BGG called The Board Game Life. Also, we have all our episodes up there. And you can also email contact@thisboardgamelife.com and leave us a voicemail as well on our website. I think that covers most of them. Hey, and don't forget to like and subscribe as well.
Exactly.
Gotta mention that. So, I think it's that time. You ready to talk GenCon?
I'm ready I'm ready to talk GenCon.
Excellent. Me too. So,
I am just so you know, I've got a pile of games on this side, pile on this side. I got a pile of stuff up here on the table. It's crazy.
Oh, I get it. The GenCon stuff overfloweth.
Yes. It's a good problem to have.
In gaming goodness. Anyway, so GenCon this year ran from July 31st through August. I'm looking at the calendar through August 3rd. So what do they call it? Like the biggest 4 days of gaming in the year or something like that?
Best 4 days of gaming?
Yeah, there you go. Actually, I need to make an amendment to that. The best days of gaming are when I'm gaming with my good buddy Mark. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, give me that $20. That doesn't come for free. But anyway,
soon as we get enough subscribers.
There you go. But yeah, so it was from July 31st through Sunday, August 3rd. It's at Indianapolis Convention Center in Indianapolis, Indiana. And it's just an amazing time. This is, I don't know, I've been going since 2010. Mark, this is your third year.
Yep.
Going. And overall, what do you think of this year at GenCon? Just speaking about the con itself compared to previous years. Any thoughts? Because I've got some thoughts.
I feel like it's gotten bigger, if that's even possible. I know we were talking about when you go into, I don't know what it's called, not the retail hall, but the
exhibit hall.
The exhibit hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, where usually you're finding a table and playing games, or you're spending, you're getting those generic tickets to learn how to play games. But they took up a lot more space there this year than in previous years. It sure seemed like I bought games in there this year.
Yeah, because the exhibit hall seems to have overflown.
Yes. Yeah. So it was yeah, and it was just as busy as always.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
I didn't notice, I really didn't notice, there was that we had talked about before in our last episode about going, that how the Gen Con preview list was a lot less this year than last year. Last year, I think there was close to 1,000 games on that list.
Yeah.
This year, I think it topped out at 609 or something like that. And
yeah, it was in the 600s. And there's a lot of stuff in there that doesn't necessarily mean like a game title, right? It can be one of multiple expansions or add-ons. So there was a lot of stuff in there that isn't necessarily a unique game. I really wonder how much of it is unique titles. Maybe 400-ish, close to 500.
Yeah, I don't know, but
yeah.
I was wondering if that was going to translate to, there were obviously some vendors that weren't there. Companies have closed since last year. There's been a lot of change in the industry. So I'm like, I wonder how this will impact it. You couldn't tell the difference. I mean, if there was people that left, there was people to take their booth space. There was no lack of there was no extra space in that retail hall. And like we said, it spilled into the exhibit hall as well. And so that's something that I think I noticed overall. Another thing that I found, that I'd always heard about the BGG hot games room, but I had no idea where it was. Well, that's the first thing I saw. And it was only because we were cutting through a building to get over to the convention center. And I'd never been in that building
before.
The
PNC Center.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, there's the BGG hot room. Look at that. So that was, it's interesting. You go, my first time, it's I went, you're like, wow, this convention center, there's so much here. And then you find out, well, there's also stuff on the second floor. And then there's in all the rooms in there. And then it's yeah, okay. And then I went across the street to the Lucas Oil Field. That's what I saw the first time. And then the second year, I still think that's it. I don't think I went anywhere else other than there. And then this year, we cut through that one building and saw that, wow, look, there's Gen Con stuff in here. And then we also found out about the, which I know it's been there before, but we'd never gone, or it wasn't something on our list. And now I want to I would, that would probably be my first place to attend next year would be the auction and consignment used games
in the Marriott.
Yeah, and I've
AKA,
never been in there.
Yeah, the Marriott, AKA the place with the really nice bathrooms.
Yeah. So it was neat to this year finally kind of expand and see other things that I have not seen at previous Gen Cons, just because there's so much happening. It's impossible. I think even if you went all 4 days, you just can't see it all. It's all over downtown. It's crazy how much there is.
It definitely is. Yeah, it spills into all those hotels, surrounding businesses. I want to say that press release that they had today, it said that the event generated like millions to the local economy in 4 days.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, that's probably just the hotel fees. As costly as the hotels are, but no, I mean, all those restaurants down there, just the amount of massive, you brought, what'd you say, 72,000 people. That's a lot of people over 4 days that normally aren't there. That's a lot of people that need to be fed, a lot of people that want to buy stuff, a lot of people that need places to sleep. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Well, you remember, just at what we left on, was it Saturday night when we left? We went by that White Castle that was like 2 blocks away. My gosh, how long were we in line in that drive-through?
Yeah, it's Friday night. Yeah, but that's normal
Friday
night, that's normal for White Castle in the middle of the night.
No, but I mean, it's
so
downtown,
slow.
right? It's downtown, and it's not like, if it wasn't for Gen Con, I guarantee there wouldn't have been that many people at that event, at that White Castle at that point.
Yeah, maybe.
So it's just like,
although there are the bars and stuff down there.
Yeah, but they weren't closed yet.
Hey, what if you get the hunger and you're like, I want me some sliders to wash down all this beer or whatever I was drinking.
Well, now that I know it was just like a block, it was like a block away. It's like, oh man,
yeah,
Rob's been holding out. He didn't ever tell me about the White Castle.
Oh, you never knew?
I didn't know. So,
well, now you know.
Now I know. So next year when you're like, oh, let's go to the mall for lunch, I'm like, nope, White Castle, buddy.
There won't be a mall. It's gonna be gone.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Like, we were talking about that. I was like, is the food court even gonna be there this year?
yeah I think we've talked about this probably in previous shows, but the mall is one of my more favorite places to go during lunch, at least. Usually not super crowded, at least like the convention center or by the food trucks, although the food trucks are a lot different now than they were before. But it was always cool to go over there. They used to have a Chick-fil-A. You could have, your Taco Bell, or your A&W, your pizza places.
The pizza's gone. The Chick-fil-A is gone.
Various sandwiches.
Vegetarian place is gone.
The Chick-fil-A has been gone at least for 3 years.
Oh, Chick-fil-A is so good.
Because, it was gone. It was supposed to come back. And we saw, last year or earlier this year that mall's going to be redone. So who knows? That whole thing might be gone, because it looks like a huge chunk of it is closed. And it was always like primo parking too.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what's going to happen, next year with the mall. But yeah, that's a whole big bummer. For all we know, they're going to tear it down, build more hotels for Gen Con.
I will say, I think my favorite part of the overall experience was that this was the first year it was not so freaking hot and humid. It was hot and humid when I arrived in Chicago Tuesday.
Was it?
For me, it was. I'm coming from the Pacific Northwest, buddy. Like, it is gorgeous here all year round, right? I stepped off that airplane at O'Hare, and I was like, as soon as I stepped out, I was like, oh, it was just like massive amount of like stepping into a sauna. I was like,
very humid.
Very humid. So, and then I know when we left Wednesday, we're driving down to Indy, it was just raining and crappy almost all the way there. And it was warm when we got there, and it was humid when we got there. But every day it was cooler, and it was like the humidity kind of like disappeared the
Yeah.
rest of the time. And it was really nice there. And that was the first year that I've been down there at this time where the weather was very nice. Usually it's very
Oh
hot and
yeah.
humid.
There was that
So
one
that
day
was nice.
it was almost chilly, at least for me.
Yeah, yeah. I remember, yeah, when we went to lunch, and I was like, wow, it was like nicer outside than in the convention where they got the AC running. So,
Oh yeah. And I do want to make mention that this year felt a little different at the convention center. And let me see if I can try to explain that.
please do.
Normally, in most years, there's, let's say, I'll call it like the hotness that everybody is just going crazy over. Like your first year was Lorcana. Remember those lines?
Oh yeah, that was
Lorcana
insane.
came out. So what was it? It was Ravensburger or was it
Yep.
Cosmos? Oh, Ravensburger. Yeah. So Ravensburger had their booth and then they had the line that stretched along the wall. Then it went out into the hallway and then down the hallway. And I want to say it even snaked in the hallway. And there was
It did.
tons of people. There was tons of people over there.
Yes.
There's lines usually like by Paizo, Pathfinder, and then also the like the different booths that have like the insane releases where everybody's kind of just going nuts for, chomping at the bit to get the games. I really didn't notice that this year. There were some areas, they still had the lines, but it was nothing like previous years. Maybe that has something to do with a reduced like amount of games. Maybe. I don't know. But I really don't remember there being these huge, massive lines. Now, there were some lines to get into some of the stores, no doubt, but I don't think we waited really much more than 15 minutes for anything that I can remember, unless I'm missing something.
Well, I think there's a way to look at that. One thing different for both you and me this year compared to previous years, as I know both of us were like, there's nothing that I have to run to each morning. There just wasn't that. So we were not in that FOMO mode. I was trying to pick up some things for a friend of mine, but it was like we didn't get in the running of the nerds on day one or day two. We didn't do that, and we weren't racing or trying to get in to stand in those lines to get the 5 copies that they had each day. So I think that's probably why it didn't seem like that this year, because I do know, like, I was shocked that Compile Main 2, the line to get that, I was like, really? When we got over there, I was like, that massive line was, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, these people can't be waiting for this card game. And I know, like, Lightning Train was another one I was trying to pick up. And I went over there first, and the line was there. But as I was walking in the line, getting to the end of the line, a guy come out and was like, "We're already sold out." I'm like, "Okay," I'm like, and so we that first day, instead of us trying to get the hotness, there was just some things that we were like, if we can get these, we'll pick them up. So I think you and I were much more relaxed. And then on day two, it was like I know myself, I did so much shopping on day one. I bought more, I think, on day one than I'd ever had before. Because I was overloaded, and
You had the crazy shopping eyes. You're like, more,
yeah.
more, more.
And I was in so much pain the end of that day. My neck, my back, everything was
Your
killing
neck
me.
and
My
your back.
hands, my arms. But the next day, I remember telling you, it was like, it was so nice because there was no agenda. And I was like, I thought I was done buying. I wasn't. But
Psych.
we were just walking. It's like, okay, now we're going to start at the end. And we were just walking down and looking at the booths, just taking our time. And it was so much fun, a lot more relaxing.
Oh,
you
yeah.
weren't in a race. You didn't care. You're just like, I want to see what's here. And yeah, I really enjoyed that aspect
Yeah,
of
me
it.
too. Yeah, because I've basically been doing that for years now, where the first day, I'll usually go through and just hit different booths, basically with my shopping craziness.
Yeah.
And then Friday and or Saturday, that's just go down the aisles, go up and down, skip the art areas, and just go up and down the aisles and see what's there, see what you missed, see what you walked by and didn't pay any attention to.
There's so much stuff too. That's what gets me. It's like I wanted to go down and look at some like art stuff and maybe find things to for my game room. But like by the end of the first day, I was just like I'd spent so much money on games that I'm like, I'm not buying anything else. And then by day two, I was like, well, I could pick up something, but I ended up buying more games and I'm like, I don't think I got any more space in my suitcase and I just can't pick this
Yeah.
stuff up. But I wanted to go down I remember last year there's a underground tunnel from the convention center to Lucas Oil, and there was a lot of art booths and stuff, people selling things, and I
Okay.
wanted to hit that particular hallway.
Oh yeah, because we didn't go there.
No, we didn't this year, but I remember I wanted to hit that one because I'm like, there's instead of like. It's just I knew and had seen things last year. I'm like, there's things that I might like to go to pick up there that I didn't really see anything. A couple things in the main retailer space for the art stuff, but nothing that really like, oh, I got to have this. But I wanted to hit that hallway, and we just never got there. It's just too busy, you know. And
Yeah.
again, there's so many things that it's so hard to see it all. You just can't.
See, but for art, what kind of art would you want? Because there's a lot of fantasy art. There's a lot of, I mean, we saw a ton of like Star Wars stuff.
Well, I don't want Star. I wanted
Yeah.
more of like kind of like more board gamey, like some of the things. Like I got like this little sign here next to our logo that's like, yes, it says yes, I really do need all these games.
Yeah.
I've got one that I got to relocate, but it's like a marquee sign, and it's like board game room, and it lights up. So just kind of things like that, or maybe things of artwork of specific games, that might look really cool. And I know like the BGG store sells stuff like that.
Yeah, they
The
have the
problem
prints.
is
Yeah.
I don't have room in here anymore. Really, all my walls are covered by shelves now. So it was something I kind of wanted to look at, but I don't really have a space for it anyways. So, but that was like the artwork type of stuff I was kind of looking for, more decorative for
No, I
this
get
room
it.
that I'm in.
No, I totally get it.
But yeah, there's stuff there for everybody. That's just so crazy.
Oh, heck yeah. And I think that they've been getting a lot better with traffic flow. Granted, the upper aisles, I'll say like, 2,800 on up, maybe even a little bit less, 2,500 on up. So where'd it go? Like 3,300, 3,000?
3,000, I think, was the
Yeah.
final. Yeah.
I'm convinced that those aisles over there are narrower. They're pulling the Spirit Airlines trick over there, the Frontier Airlines trick on that far side. And it seems like everybody's like really tight in there. I'm curious to know if they used up all the space, because in previous years they haven't used up all the space. There's like partitions that kind of wall it off. So there might have been more. I doubt it though. But everything does filter over into halls. Was it A through E?
Yeah,
You know
I mean,
how they're numbered or how they're lettered A, B, C, D, E.
yeah, like when I went to IB Studios, I went to their booth in the retail hall and I was looking
Yep.
for an expansion, and they're like, "Oh, you'll have to go over to room whatever 321 or something to
Mm-hmm.
they have it over there at that store." So there it's like there was more than one store.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's like we don't have enough room here,
Yeah, no kidding.
so we got to be over there.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I think they're doing an okay job with traffic flow. Some of it is still going to be kind of crummy. And this year we did not participate in the stampede.
Did not.
You know, when the doors open at 10 o'clock and then everybody casually run walks through the door.
It's just not that fun. I don't I it's for me it's just I was so much happier to avoid that this year. I don't
Oh, yeah.
enjoy that being just because then you're standing there for like an hour before the doors
It's
open and
so
you're just
hot.
getting it's so hot. You're getting slammed with bags. People are pushing through. It's like there's nowhere to go. Stop pushing through, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And just so many people are so inconsiderate, and
And then you get the
it's
person walking by and they go, "Excuse me, what's everybody waiting for?" You know, there's always like the one person asks like, "What's this line for? Is this the line that I want to be in?"
yeah.
That's in the hall when you're waiting for some store
Yeah.
or some game company or something like that. They're like, "What's this for?" But yeah, let's see what else. The the food truck area was pretty much on par with the past couple of years, past 2, 3 years. Did that seem
Comfy.
any bigger? I know the main area right outside the doors from the hallway from the convention center, that area was a little bit different because that's like where they had all the drinks and stuff. And then they had the food trucks running up and down that one access road or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I thought it was the same as last year. I don't it didn't seem like there was any more truck. There might have been I think that there might have been more trucks, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
I think it seems like last year there was the one side of the road was filled, the other side was mostly filled. And this year to me it felt like the other side was full.
Yeah.
Like both sides were completely full of food trucks. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that there was an increase, but they're good. I do like I love all the options. I mean, there's you can get all kinds of food, and man, it smells so good out there when you go out to that
It
area.
does. It does.
So the only
It definitely
problem is all the
does.
lines,
Yeah.
but that's normal.
Yep. And there's also some options inside the stadium too. Not a whole lot, but a tiny bit by the doors.
Yeah,
Although I still prefer to eat elsewhere. That's just me. Not saying
yeah,
the stuff is bad or anything like that. Or
but it
let's
is.
just
But you
say
are right.
maybe I am. Or what would you prefer, PF Chang's or food truck?
Oh, PF Chang's every day of the week.
I'm right there with you. With that, we are the same. But anyway, I think that's like the main stuff about the con. That's the pros and the cons of the con. How about that? You like what I did with that?
The only con I have is that I think they should have a special Rob and Mark day
There you go. Well, that's every day in
that
my
no one
mind.
else can go, just us. So we have full access to everything. Is
Or
that asking too much?
what you're saying is we need to be VIGs.
Yes. Yes. That's what we should do next year. Become VIGs.
Sounds good.
Make it
Although
happen, Rob.
I did try to get that one year. That did not happen. It's on some kind of lottery or
Yeah, but
something.
I wasn't there. Now you've got me. So
okay, then
that makes the
we'll have to
whole
try.
difference.
I think they open that stuff up like in November, December. Maybe we'll have to try because that's all you can do. Anyway, so with that being said,
oh, I do want to say one other thing before we go. I did get to meet and talk with Joey Evans from the Dice Tower.
Okay.
And I was really hoping, I've talked on this show before when I got my 3D printer. It was really his video he did talking about the printer that I ended up buying that really kind of, I was doing a bunch of different research, looking at different brands. I was pretty much set that Bamboo was the way to go. But when I watched his video, it really kind of sealed that for me. And I saw him walking by. We were over at the Lucas Oil Field, and we were waiting for AEG Big Game Night. We were eating our dinner, and I saw him walking, and I jumped up and ran over there to say hi to him and just, say, hey, thanks. I really appreciate the video did. And
dude, you didn't even
he was
move,
so nice.
I didn't even see you move that quick in the convention hall. You didn't even move that quick for Dice Throne or for Roth or anything.
Oh,
I was
whatever.
talking to you, then all of a sudden there's this flash. I'm like, I didn't even know he can move that quick.
Because he was moving. I'm like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, I saw him last year and didn't say anything. And I saw Tom Vassell the year before. I never said anything to him. And I'm like, I'm always like kicking myself. Like, why don't I just go up and say hi to him? And they're always saying, if you see us, stop us, And so, and for Joey, I really was like, if I see him, I'm going to thank him for that video. It really helped me make my decision, and I'm super happy with what I bought. And it's, just want to give him, kind of a thank you. And I saw him. So I'm like, boom, I just went.
Like a flash.
I'm really glad I got to take a minute and talk to him. So.
Absolutely.
So that's it.
All right. So let's get on to I was like trying to figure out what that was.
Oh, did you hear a noise?
Oh yeah.
That was like a truck going by.
That's a loud truck. I heard it like half a country away. Anyway, so the real thing that everybody's there for, other than to meet us, of course, is the games. And there were a lot of games to be had, both in terms of playing and acquiring, which are two different things. So, how do you want to do this? Should we just start with the games that we played?
Yeah.
Just start off with that, and then
I think I captured everything that you and I at least played, because we played everything we played, you and I did play from the time I got to Chicago. So I'm counting like kind of the whole weekend. This was our GenCon weekend. So even the stuff we played at your house before we left, up until I left to come back home.
The first thing that you start off with was you played the O'Hare game.
Oh, dude.
And you got through that. And then
barely
the highlight of the evening, other than seeing your good buddy Rob, was going to Portillo's.
Oh, man.
So you won that game.
I did.
You crushed that sandwich.
Portillo's is the best. Oh, man.
Yes.
They need one here so bad.
Maybe they can franchise and you can do one. Bring the first one in. But we got over to my house, and then the first thing, of course, is let's play a game. Why not? Who needs sleep? Sleep is for suckers.
Yeah, especially this weekend.
We'll sleep when we're dead. But we busted out a long time game. This is one of the, I'd say probably first dozen games that I had acquired, or it's in the first dozen games. It's a game called Havana, which has a reprint now called La Habana, I think, right?
Yes. 25th Century Games is doing the reprint.
Because when I saw that 25th Century was doing a reprint of it, I think I sent you a message. I'm like, This is an awesome game. You got to check it out. So Havana was a game that I'll say is, to me, very, very inspired by like Puerto Rico, Santiago de Cuba, San Juan. It's got that whole Caribbean vibe to it in my mind with the artwork. You know what I'm saying? It's got that.
Yeah, I thought this game looked a lot like de Cuba, or whatever that was.
Santiago de Cuba.
Yeah, that one. I thought it looked, it did have that kind of remind. Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And so we busted that thing out and we annihilated that one. And then I think that went on your list to get, right?
It was already on my, it definitely got on my list after we played that, correct.
Yeah, that's a fun game.
And of course, it was sold out every day.
So that shows you that it's a good game.
Reprints are, might be a good time for Battlestar Galactica, the board game reprint.
Exactly.
Reprints sell.
And not something like rethemed into My Little Pony or something.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, we knocked that out. And then I think that's the only thing that we played that night.
Yeah, because it was late. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty late. So we had to travel down to Indianapolis the next day, and we didn't get anything played until, was it that night? Did we play anything?
Yeah, it was that night.
Okay.
We played Xylotar.
Did we? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, so I brought a copy of Xylotar with me. It's a little card game with these, I'll say, like half-size cards, like piano keys, kind of bigger than. Oh man, what's those games that are like in the shape of a stick of gum? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but these would be like
and
these cards. I think are like a tarot sized, but cut in half.
Yep.
Top to bottom way.
Yep. Yeah.
Vertically.
One card is exactly half of a normal card. Normal-ish sized card. But this is a fun little game. It's kind of got a unique premise to it. You're a polar bear that
the premise is terrible.
Yeah, wanted to have a musical instrument to play, something between a guitar and a xylophone. So he's got a xylotar. But as far as games go, I enjoyed it. It's pretty fun.
Yes, it is. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, it reminds me, and I think I mentioned it that night, it reminds me a little bit of sort of what you're trying to do with No Thanks, where you're building that tableau of cards and you're trying to fit stuff in there number-wise, but it's kind of backwards from No Thanks.
See, I don't think it's like No Thanks, because No Thanks, you're trying to build up, your tableau. In this one, you are doing tricks.
Yeah.
But
tricks are for kids.
But you don't know. You don't get to look at your hand.
Right, because
you're not pre-taking tricks, and there's not a
right.
Yeah.
Everybody gets their cards, like a deck of cards, and then you sort them numerically, and then you pass them to the person next to you. So they have no idea what they got. And what you just sorted, now you don't have anymore. But technically, I guess you know what the person next to you has. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Interesting. But this is a fun little game. There was an expansion that came out for it over at GenCon, but it was not something that I snagged. I was going to look at it, but nah.
I'm going to interrupt here.
Yeah.
This cracked me up. So Rob is like, he's got his list. He's like, all right, we're going to go to this booth. I got to look at this. We will walk and fight the people. We will get to the booth. He's there for 2 seconds and goes, nah. And he just walks away. I'm like, What? You didn't ask them anything. You didn't pick it up. You didn't look at it. And he's just on to the next booth. And he gets over there and he's like, pass. And he just keeps going. I'm like, you're not even looking at it. Like,
I'm looking at it.
What is your determination for passing on it? It cracked me up. Because I remember the next one, it was like, we get there and I'm just like, pass.
Oh. And I didn't tell you this, but I was actually going to pass on a game that we're going to talk about in a little while called The Four Doors.
Yeah.
I was going to pass on that, and just standing there in front of the booth while we were waiting and acquiring
Last Command.
Last Command. I broke down and I bought it. I was not going to get that either.
So that's it. You just they gotta hold you there. You gotta just stand in the spot just a minute or two, and then you're like, okay, you break down.
I do have a little bit of willpower, but it's got a half-life on it, and it deteriorates. And as long as I go past, and then as long as I get out of the area, like, what is that military term where you get out of the hot zone? I don't know, whatever it is. That's kind of what I'm doing. Is it DMZ?
That's a demilitarized zone.
Oh, no.
Or the LZ.
LZ. Yeah, I'm getting out of it. You know, I don't want to
take LZ. That's it. It's a hot LZ for you.
As long as I get out of there, I dodged that one. And my wallet's like, thank you.
Oh, but you're not allowing your money to come out and play.
Yeah, there you go.
You're denying them the joy that they get from buying something.
So I will say this, that I think I'm expert level at shopping for board games.
Pass, nah, pass, nah.
And,
ooh.
And I'm a little more discriminatory now. So a lot of it has to do with, I'll look at it and see how appealing it is, and table presence. That's like a big thing. So I'll like quickly look at it, and if it goes on my list based off of what I saw on the BGG list, or maybe a couple images on there, a lot of those, they don't have videos yet online because the games are so new. It's like in my head, I'm like, well, this seems kind of interesting. And then when I see it, I'm like, yes, no. I'm past that time, which is me, like, let's say Rob 10 years ago, where I would go to a board game shop and friend a local game store, and I'd come out of there with one or two things every time. It's like I had to buy something. Now I can actually go to that like Blue Game store that we talk about.
Yeah.
Games Plus. I can go in there and I can walk out with nothing and be fine. Same thing as with the other store. So I was doing a lot of that stuff, and at the same time, I really didn't have anything that I absolutely had to have for this GenCon. I wasn't.
I thought the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and then and then the FOMO kicked in. But I get it. I know. So yeah, long story short, I did not get the Xylotar expansion. That was not acquired.
Pass.
Yeah.
So the next game we played, though, we played at the con, is Force Shuffle Dartmoor. And I want to yell at Lookout Games because see this little sticker? It's peeling off. It's peeling off my art, the game box art. Like, oh, I hate stickers on game boxes. Just wrap the darn thing in plastic.
Do it old school and put the shrink wrap, cellophane, whatever on it.
Yeah. I don't care about the environment. I care about my artwork on my game boxes.
Maybe they should have two versions. Do you hate the planet or do you like the planet?
So you can see, right. No. I can't.
No,
Right
I see
there.
it.
Like you can see it's ripping the box.
Ooh.
Ooh. But anyways, Force Shuffle Dartmoor. So I picked this up because I really love Force Shuffle. And this is a standalone. So this is not an expansion to Force Shuffle. It still carries that name, but it's in a different area. You still are doing like a forest. You have trees and bushes and stuff, but you are in a different landscape. There's caves, which give you some different like it kind of changes the gameplay up a little bit. But it's if you've played Force Shuffle, it's the same thing, just with some different things going on. And so I got this. We played this on our first day after we were taking a break, and it was good enough that Franco went and bought a copy. He'd never had not played this one before, but it is a standalone, so keep that in mind. But yeah, this was. You hadn't played Force Shuffle before, have you, Rob?
No.
What?
This is one that I can definitely see myself picking up. I enjoyed this one a lot.
Oh, killing me with the sticker.
Stop messing with it. Stop picking at it.
The sticker on there is just it's like my OCD. It's like it's got to come off. It's hanging off. I got to figure out how to get this off of here. But anyways, they don't want to hear about my sticker problems.
Sticker mania.
Then we went to oh man. Hey, Tom Vassell was complaining today too over this. Yeah. Different game, but oh man. Anyways, I'm sorry, people. He was complaining because there was the same one. It was like one of those card boxes that have like that hard plastic thing. You stick it on the shelf, right? He went to remove that off, and it just ripped the whole back of the box near the top. And he was just like, "Why do people do this? Why?" It's like good question. There's got to be a better way. But anyway, so we went on to. We're still talking about games we played during the convention time. We went to the AEG 30th anniversary event. It's like a big old birthday party for them, and we knew ahead of time we were going to be playing 3 games, and this was the Guild of Merchant Explorers.
Stop messing with that box.
I'm going to keep working on it. It's. I'm crying over here though. It's ripping my box. So, but we played Guild of Merchant Explorers Party Pack. So it's like everybody in the room was basically playing the same game. Like they had an announcer would be like, 2 green cubes or whatever it is,
Yep.
Oh, man, it's terrible.
Yeah, if you've ever been part of the AEG Big Game Night, they've done this in previous years where everybody plays the same game and then they'll call out whatever's drawn out of the bag, like bingo style. Like they've done this many times with Tiny Towns and a couple other games as well. So they did that same thing with Merchant Explorers and Tiny Towns.
And Tiny Towns.
Which
and then they broke out. Every table had a copy of Ready Set Bet High Roller Edition. Oh my goodness!
The fancy schmancy edition.
Dude, this thing it's huge.
Yeah,
and
it's like a case, like a little travel case that you might have like.
You can't say little. You can't say little.
Big.
It's a gigantic case.
Ginormous.
It's practically a suitcase. But we got to play that, and then the cool thing about that was that whoever won that game took that copy home.
Yeah.
So Franco's brother-in-law was with us. He won the game, so he got to take that with him. So that was like, wow, that retails $120 game. They had it for sale there for $90, which was one heck of a deal. It was $30 off retail, but it's a big expensive game. But man, I was shocked because I remember we were sitting there at the table and I'm like, this thing's got to be $200. Just looking at the quality of the multiple neoprene mats, all of the like poker chips and everything was just high quality, and I couldn't believe that it retails for $120. It's like, wow.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, what's in there? Just a bunch of, we'll call them poker chips And then like two
Still,
massive neoprene mats. But the presentation is cool.
All the wooden horses.
Yeah.
You've got some acrylic tiles. There's all the cards. Yeah, it was just, I really was surprised that I felt that was it was a lower price than I expected it to be.
Yeah.
So, but it turned out that was a really fun game. So then the next,
and I almost won that, by the way.
Oh,
except
yeah?
in the last round or whatever, the last race, I got too ballsy. And I took really risky bets, which actually cost me points. And if I just didn't bet anything, or if I went on places where I didn't lose points, then I would have had it even then. But
Yeah,
just saying.
It's tough. I mean, I don't bet on horses, so it wasn't like, it's not for me, it's not that interesting of a game.
Yeah, it's not my thing either.
I ended up ordering a copy of this thing because it was one of those, it's like, it's so gorgeous. And I'm like, why am I
High
doing
roller?
this? I did. I ordered it. It's on its way. I ordered it direct from AG, and I'm like, oh my goodness, why?
Nice.
Why am I doing this? Because it's not even. But it was a fun game.
But
it's
you know
just
what?
like, where am I going to put this? It's ginormous, but it's so beautiful, and I'm like, I'm gonna pull it out to play this because it's such a gorgeous. Like, it's a game I want to show off.
And you know what? Because I was thinking about this. So they had one game approximately for every 8 to 9 people. Or no, I think it's for every 8 people that were there.
Right.
I bet they sold a ton of copies of this afterwards. Because there's a lot of people that, did not win that night. I bet you they went and they bought it the next day.
You won a whole bunch of stuff actually at this event as well.
Yeah, they had a raffle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got the last raffle of the evening.
I think you're right. I do believe you're right. So
that I kind of snuck in there like right at the end.
Do you remember what? Well, we could talk about that on our next section, but
yeah.
So then the next day, after Rob broke down because he was standing in line for more than 2 seconds at a game he wanted to look at,
yeah,
because I was right at the booth next to him buying the last command. The Last Command. I don't know why I'm getting it confused. Like The Last Command or Commander. It's The Last Command. I was talking to the designer of the game, and right next to it was The Four Doors. And I was like, yep, I'm going to go over there and buy that next as well because it was on my list. Well, Rob bought it. He ended up, because again, he was there for longer than 2 seconds, so his willpower gave out.
It did.
So he bought it, and I was like, okay.
You know what? I was standing there and I was bored, so I spent money.
I'm bored. Let's buy something. So I saw you buy it, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play Rob's version. Let's see if I really like it. And so we went and played The Four Doors. We went into the gaming hall or the exhibition hall, whatever. Found a table and we played this.
Yeah, that's the big halls. The exhibition hall is the retail space, or the exhibit hall rather is the retail space.
Whatever. Okay, we found a table to play this game at, and I afterwards I'm like, yep, I'm gonna go get this. So I went back real quick, grabbed a copy, and I really do like it. And then
that was one of the game. So when I was standing there waiting for you to buy Last Command, I was watching some people go in there. Yep, that's the one. I was watching some people go to that booth and they weren't buying it. They were buying other stuff. I'm like, what's wrong with these people? So I walked over there and I picked, and as I was standing there, I remembered that it was a Tom Lehman and then Matt Riddle, Ben Pinchback, isn't it?
Matt Leacock.
Matt Leacock.
Yes. Matt Riddle.
Leacock. Matt Riddle.
And Ben Pinchback.
Yeah. That it was those three guys. And I love a bunch of their games. They all have some great games. Like Riddle and Pinchback have Fleet, which I love that game. It's a little fishing game.
Yeah.
And so once I remembered that, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get it because it's a little card game and it's not that much. It's not like Luthier,
No,
which
it was
was
not.
on my list.
I think this thing was what?
It's like
20
30
bucks?
bucks. Yeah,
30
like
bucks?
20, 30
So,
bucks. No more than 30
yeah.
easily. Yeah. Which is fine, which is absolutely fine. And it has that feel of Forbidden Island a little bit, kind of, sort of, doing the, like trying to
Yeah.
get off the island, in this case, trying to, do the
Get the
business with the
idols through
doors.
the
Yeah.
doors before the shadow closes them.
Yeah. And
Oh.
one of the best things of that in comparison to Forbidden Island is that it doesn't come in a tin.
Yes. And it's got some nice cards.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's decent. It's good quality.
yeah.
But
So
yeah.
after that, we played Panda Spin.
Oh yeah.
And Rob, you did it.
Yes.
You did it. Your mission
Yes.
was, so I'm gonna step back, take a moment. So I arrived in Chicago, and Rob's like, "Here, I'm giving you Innovation Deluxe by Carl Chuddick." Because Rob's got a newer version. He's like, "Mark, you must have this." And I'm like, "Rob, you know I don't like Carl Chuddick." And he's like, "Take it. This is a great game. You're gonna." And his goal is to. He's like, "I'm gonna get you to like Carl Chuddick game and understand it." So I'm messaging my friend. I'm sending my friend Eva, who here in Seattle. She's like, she really likes Carl Chuddick games too, and both her and Rob are always pushing me towards his games. And so she's like, "You need to pick up Panda Spin too," and I'm like, "Whatever." So
nice.
So we're at a booth, and I'm picking up Peak Team Rangers.
Yeah.
And they're like, the guy was like, "Did you want anything else?" Because he's like, "I don't want you to come back and be upset." He's like, "But if you buy 2 games, you get a third one for free."
Yep.
And I was like, "Okay, let me see what you guys have on the shelf." So I ended up, and I was picking up like Peak Team Rangers. Well, I saw this, and I'm like, "Well, I know Rob wanted this Panda Spin." And I'm like, I couldn't find anything else that was really interesting. So I'm like, "Well, this is cheap. I'll just pick it up, and I'll just get a copy for myself." And I'm like, if I don't like it, I'll just give it away to my game group, right? So Rob and I ended up playing this, and I'm a believer now. Carl Chuddick got me. This is a Carl Chuddick game that I really, really like. I'm very happy with it, and I'm going to be taking it with me to game night tomorrow to play with my game group. And I'm so yes, good job, Rob.
Yeah.
Your efforts have paid off. I'm on board.
Now I need you to try Innovation. Whoa. Maybe
I
Eva
will,
can. Maybe Eva can play. Yeah, she can.
Yeah.
Play it with you.
Now I'm going to be open to it now. It's like, okay, I'm open to it. So, and again, it's like, it's just, and Panda Spin, I'll tell you what, man, this game is gorgeous.
Yeah.
The cards are
top notch. They are beautiful. Like, it's got the dragons. It's got an like Oriental, like
yeah, it's like a Chinese
feng shui thing going on.
Yeah.
And yeah, the art on there is amazing. They've got that embossed look to them.
With some foil and
it just looks great.
So,
and the wooden counters look nice. They look like bamboo, kind of.
Yep. All right. So then we went to AEG Big Game Night. We lucked out. Some tickets went available.
This is now on Friday.
This is on Friday night. And they had... So the first game we played was Knitting Circle, which is a Calico game. And I'm just like, I did not like Calico. I tried it out, but now again, this was kind of early in my board gaming adventure here, and I did not like it. I ended up getting rid of the game after playing it once. And so I was like, oh man, I got to sit through another one of these games. Knitting Circle was a lot of fun.
It was good, yeah.
And I was actually disappointed that we did not get this in our package of games. They replaced it with Cascadia Jr. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, oh. But Knitting Circle was actually really fun. I had a lot of fun playing this game. I was surprised by this one. What did you think of it?
Are you twisting something? Playing with a pen or something?
I put it down.
Okay.
I realized that I was playing with my knife here, and
yeah,
I realized it was squeaking, and I'm like, oh, put that down.
I was like, is that a mouse? Okay, but
stop picking on me.
Yeah, I totally lost my train of thought.
Knitting
with the
circle,
squeak.
Rob.
I tell you, squeak.
Knitting circle.
Some Ren and Stimpy reference there, but knitting. So I don't know what to make of Knitting Circle. I never played Calico. I know it's just, knitting, whatever, cats. I'm not judging or anything like that, but I didn't really have any big expectations for the game. But I did like Knitting Circle. It was decent. It's all about knitting, and then there's patterns, and you got socks, hats. Was it
sweaters,
long johns,
scarves,
scarves, and they did a nice job with it. I definitely give it a thumbs up. I don't know if I'm in a hurry to pick it up, but I would not have any issues playing it again.
It's not something I'll buy, but I did enjoy it, and I would play it again.
Yes, I feel the same.
Exactly. Way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Then came Point Galaxy, which was one I was super excited. I so again, AEG gets me again. So we got Tiny Towns given to us the night before.
Mm-hmm.
They gave us Tiny Towns, and it's like, how many times, Rob, has AEG given you Tiny Towns?
We also got that Smash Up thing, right? The Penguins.
Yeah,
that was in there,
and there was something else in there,
and the party pack for Merchant Explorers. Those were the three things I think that were in there, along with the coupon, that the gotcha coupon.
Yeah. But so we got Tiny Town. So then here on this night, they're giving us Point Galaxy and Propolis, and I'm like, I already have Point Galaxy and Propolis. I crowdfunded them. They're supposedly on the way.
You don't have it.
I don't have it yet because again, we're gonna sell these things at GenCon and put them on retail shelves before crowdfunding people get them.
Look at it this way. You got the game before the Kickstarter backers did. That's like awesome.
Along with 70-some thousand other people and people in retail. I really despise that.
Yeah.
But anyways, got to play Point Galaxy. I really liked the game a lot.
That's
and
a good one.
I love Point Salad. I'm not a fan of Point City. I didn't know how I'd feel about Point Galaxy. I really like this. I think this is going to be my favorite of the three, to be honest. And I'm really happy to have it. We did not play
Propolis
because we ran out of time, and
we did not run out of time.
We were exhausted. No, because the guy said they only had 20 minutes left.
There were some people in our group, including you. They're like, I'm tired.
You wanted to quit. No, the guy even said they weren't going to finish the game.
At that time, I'm getting ready to go to the club.
Oh, you're big wuss. You lie.
No.
Anyways,
no.
So we didn't play that one, but we did get a copy of it. And then the next day, we Franco Saturday, we did not go back to the convention. We sat and played Lost Ruins of Arnak because Franco him and his family were like have it, and they weren't sure they were playing it right, and so he asked if I would teach it to him. So, and we sat and played that, and that is such a fun game. My only thing with it is setup. The setup on that
takes a long time.
Takes a while.
It's a big game. I
rarely pull it out, but
that is a big game, literally.
Yeah,
and figuratively, I guess.
But it's fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you and I played the next day on Sunday we played Tigris and Euphrates. You introduced me to this game.
Yeah, because we were talking so much about Reiner Knizia, and I'm like, dude, this is like his classic. And it's a mean game.
Yeah.
as well. If you're not fighting, you're losing.
Yeah.
Is the gist of this game. So it was nice to get it to the table.
Yeah, it was interesting. Interesting
Yeah.
game. And then we finished up with Gatsby, which you
Yeah.
picked up. I now Gatsby again, it's one of those I wasn't interested in the theme, and it was something I never even bothered to look at because I'm like, I don't care about the Gatsby, I don't care about that theme. I knew it was something like getting people to like influencing people to your side or something. I'm like, it just doesn't sound good. But you broke it out, and I'm like, okay, we'll try it. And as we start up, first of all, the game looks really neat. It's like it's a nice quality,
Yeah.
good looking game. And it turns out it's kind of like these mini games. And
Yep.
I was having a lot of fun with it. I'm like, I like this game. And I did like it until the very end. And I'm still torn on this, Rob. I know we spent some time kind of talking about it. I still think this game is broken. And at least that's the way it feels to me. So I don't know. If someone else in my group gets it, then maybe I'll play it again. I would definitely play it again. It's a short game, but I don't see how you can meet the win conditions. It seems very rare that someone's going to meet the actual win conditions of the game, the way it is designed.
But there's so many win conditions because what we're talking about here is this game is essentially 3 mini games in one. So the main board is split into thirds. On the left side, there's this modular, I'll call it a modular board where it's sort of like playing Othello, that game with the black and white discs where you turn the discs around and you take over certain areas. So it's sort of like that, where you place your little discs down there, and then you have the ability to swap discs, and you're supposed to connect opposite sides of the board. I went into this thinking it needed to be a straight line, and then when you connected it and you're like, oh, I got it, that really surprised me because I wasn't expecting that. So I wish I knew that from the beginning, but hey.
Well, you'd know that if you would have listened to the rules being read to you.
I listened to the rules.
No, because I read it.
But they might as well have been in Japanese or something. And then the middle is this, I'll call it like a race to the top, where you keep moving up these tracks of maybe like 15 spaces ish, something like that, maybe 20. And the person that's behind, when they move 2 spaces. So if you're ahead, you move 1 space. And so there's this catch up mechanic built into it. And then the third one is an actual race. So it's horse races, because this is set in what, the 20s, 30s, something like that.
The 20s.
Yeah. So the right hand side is what, 5? Yeah, it's 5 different horse races of various lengths. So you put your discs on there, and then once the entire track, anywhere from like 3 to 5 or 6 altogether spots, once all of them are occupied, then you basically decide who's got majority. They're the ones that win over there. But the tiles that you're collecting as part of all of these mini games, there's 15 of them, if I remember right. These tiles have 5 different suits, and there's a couple of each one, right? There's like
three of the tiles
3,
have
2, 2, something like that.
Like 2 of them have 3 cards.
Yeah, 3 tiles.
And the rest only have like 2.
Yeah. So the win conditions that Mark's talking about are that you get a complete set of the 5 suits. So you get a minimum of 5 different tiles, or you collect 3 tiles of one suit, and that has to be the suit that, or one of the suits that have 3, because not all do.
And there's only 2 of them out of the 5 that have 3 tiles.
So you either have to accomplish that, or what is it? You get to the top of the middle section, which is the race, not the racetrack.
No. So,
or no.
The win conditions are you
all
get
tiles.
3 tiles of the same suit, or one of all 5 suits / colors. Okay, that's the win condition to the game. Okay, now here's why I say it's broke. Because the left-hand one, well, you talked about like the Othello. There's 3 people on that you're trying to influence, 3 tiles. The middle one with the race up the building is 4 tiles. The the horse track, there's 5 tiles so there's 3, 4, and 5 people total in the game in these little mini games that you're trying to influence. Now, Rob and I played the game wrong the very first time because we were playing to meet those win conditions. And when we played and had all the people off the board, neither one of us had met this win condition. So then the fallback is, if nobody meets those win conditions, then it's based on prestige points, which depends on like the stars on the tiles. So you add those up, plus there's a couple other ways to get a couple points. So like that's kind of the fallback. And so we played it that, and then after we were done and we tallied our score, Rob was looking at something and goes, "Oh, we played this wrong." So this is where I think the broke part comes in, is as soon as one of the mini games, one of those 3 sections, all the tiles are out of there, the game ends. So if we both went and we're doing the quote Othello mini game on the far left, as soon as those 3 people are off there, the game's over. Like there's no way for you to get 3 of the same or 5. So then it just becomes about scoring the number of points on there. And it's going to make the game extremely short. And
because it's a 30-minute game. And it's 30 minutes, I think. Well, it's a 2-player game, so it's 30 minutes probably on average. But I know what you're saying. I would argue that this is a race game. It's not a leisurely collect all the tiles game. This is literally race to finish the game and get whatever the win conditions are that'll let you win. And if you're lucky, you meet the 5 or the 3 rule. You know what I'm saying? It's more about racing to the finish, blocking your opponent, and at the same time trying to get the bare minimum to win. I think that's what the game is.
Yeah, it says, it's a player wins immediately if they control 3 characters of the same color or 1 character of each of the 5 colors. If all character tiles from a single location have been claimed before one of these conditions is met, then the player with the most stars on their character wins. So yes, it's a race. But I feel like
it's a race, and at the same time you don't necessarily want the game to finish, and that's part of the strategy, right? Like I think that the middle track is the one that's probably going to end the fastest, because especially since it's got that catch-up mechanic in it. I think that middle track helps force the game to end. And at the same time, it's like you want to get the tiles from the middle because there's 4 of them in there. But at the same time, you don't want that to advance too much. I think the racetrack probably is equal with the Othello side in terms of how quickly those would end. But the middle section, I think, would end the fastest. And as part of that, you're doing the selection of what you want to do for that turn. So you could either do 2 actions on Othello, 2 actions on the racetrack, or 1 Othello, 1 racetrack, and 1 middle, and then 1 middle, 1 racetrack, right? Mm-hmm. So you don't necessarily want to do too much of one of any of those. Anyway. So we played Gatsby.
Yeah.
This is a GenCon show. It's not a Gatsby show.
Exactly.
And by the way, I'm right. Me. You're not. Okay.
Nope.
Let's continue.
All right. So yeah, we did get some stuff played. So
yep.
Let's wrap this up by getting into oh no, we're not done. Well, we might be. This might be our last section because I think we covered this other stuff. But
yeah.
What did we acquire, Rob? What games did you acquire at this convention?
So I picked up, and this is the stuff that I actually pulled out my credit card for, or most of it. I picked up Up and Down. I forgot who it was from, but I remember the booth, and I got convinced to get sleeves for it somehow, and I did. But I got Up and Down. I got Four Doors because I lack willpower while I'm sitting there, which we talked about earlier. I picked up Red Carpet, which I haven't checked out yet. So that was one of the games that I was pretty sure that I wanted. And then when we got over there, I'm like, cha-ching. Same thing with Gatsby. Now that I played it, I'm a little more lukewarm on the game. I enjoyed it. It was fun. But, I probably would have been okay without it. I did pick up Sunavalo. I'm sorry, this is the one that I got the sleeves for, not for up or down. I got Sunavalo, and then thanks to my good buddy Mark, I got Panda Spin and Fight 5. So those are the main acquisition ones. I did get a couple more things thanks to our friends over at AEG. Like how we had mentioned earlier, there was the Smash Up Penguins pack. There was the Merchant Explorers Party pack, and yet another copy of Tiny Towns. It would have been nice to get an expansion to Tiny Towns, but Tiny Towns is old news. What, that came out in 2019, 2018? Let's see.
Something like that.
Yeah. And then I'm going to have to swivel my mic around to look at the stack over here. And as Mark had mentioned, we got Point Galaxy, which I'm glad to have gotten that one. I did back it just like Mark, so I've got another copy coming along with Propolis, however you want to say it. Undergrove is a game that I've been passing on for, ever since it came out. I'm glad to finally have it. I usually enjoy most AEG games, so I'm cool with that. I did get a copy as part of the raffle. I got a copy of Compile, which I'm glad to have gotten that one because that was one that I was kind of thinking about getting. So I got, and even better that it didn't cost me anything.
Yeah.
But I got that, and then I got a mat for that. So that was part of the raffle. Glyphics from the OP, and then a War of Whispers, some kind of legendary edition. Mystic Veil, Essential Edition. I got that. And I think that's it.
You could have had the expansion to Unstoppable, but you went pass.
Yeah, I did. And I totally forgot, but I was going to give you a copy of Mystic Vale as well. So I'll have that for you next time.
Well, you got my address.
Oh, you got me there.
Oh. So anything else did you acquire?
I think that's it. Let me take a quick look. See.
Well, while you're looking,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
and I got
start.
Juicy Fruits.
Yeah.
That was another one. That was when I bought Sunavalo. I got that. Oh, and Cascadia Junior.
Woo!
Yeah. How about you? I think your list is a little longer than mine.
So I picked up Raw and Right.
Yeah, I wanted this one, but
You could have bought it. You probably
yeah,
went pass.
no, that was the
Why did
one. Okay, I
21st
remember what it was.
century?
Yeah, that was one I wanted that because I've got the dice game, I've got the regular Raw, and this was on my list. And then I just remember there being a big crowd around that booth, and that was one of the things that kind of like put me off. Or rather, it was enough to have me say pass.
Yeah. It really wasn't that bad because they had one thing I liked about 25th century is they had a whole bunch of workers and you
Mm-hmm.
could just talk to one and that person could check you out.
Yeah.
So there wasn't really a line. It was just you walked up to the thing and
Yep.
told them what you wanted. So
Just a little bit of a crowd.
yeah. I also picked up Up or Down
Yep.
as well. And I got the Forest Shuffle Dartmoor, which I mentioned earlier. I went to Ivy Studios.
I would say out of most of the stuff, if there was a game that I wish I picked up that I didn't, it was probably that one for Shuffle Dartmoor.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
Real good. I guess you'll just have to come see me again to play
Deal.
it.
I'll
Or
have
go
to
see Franco.
I'll hand
Franco's closer. He's got it too.
I'll have to hand deliver the Mystic Veil.
I did go to the Ivy Studios booth. I picked up Graft. This is a game. I guess they released like 3 games in kind of their little worlds. So Tend is a new game coming out. It's a big, huge, like a roll and write that's coming out.
Yeah, I backed
And
that
this
one.
is in the Tend universe. So I decided to pick this is a card drafting game in the Tend universe. And then I picked up Time to Panic. I basically grabbed this because they were giving out really nice, if you spend enough money, really nice bags. Not like the little ones they hand out that
like
hurt
those
your hands.
recyclable
And
ones.
yeah, this was like a really nice one. And the guy I think gave it to me because I was in line for so long. And I asked him like, how much
He
do you got to
pitied
spend to do
you.
this? But then I'm like, well, just throw this in, so that I could make sure I got to the amount of money. I did get the Fractured Sky Rift expansion. It's behind me. It's a little tiny box. I picked up Slam Throne. So this is from the Dice Throne people. It's just a little gimmicky game, I think. But I don't plan to play it. But
I wish we tried that one. That was like goofy enough where it might have been interesting.
Well, if you want to see what comes in those, I do have a video coming out soon. I did open them, so hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell icon on the YouTube channel so you will know. I'm going to have like videos coming out every day for probably the next month or so. There's so much stuff here to do. I'll have at least one, hopefully at least one a day. But the Slam Throne is already prepped to release here soon. I think it might be Wednesday or Thursday of this week. So it was one of the first ones I did because I wanted to open the bags and see what the slammers, which are characters with abilities from the Dice Throne universe. So, and it's nice. So check that out. Then I also picked up Flip Tunes, and I did a video on this one. It's also going to come out here in the next day or two. This game, I had to get this. It's a small little card game, but the artwork is incredibly gorgeous. If you're familiar with like I don't know, the old time cartoons, or if you've played the video game Cuphead, it's like that style of animation, and it's absolutely beautiful. And the game looks like it'll be fun. So I picked up Fliptoons. I also got the Four Doors, which Rob and I already talked about. So that one is, again, all these are, you're going to see unboxings on all these. Also, I did get that innovation I mentioned, but Rob also gave me Alhambra Roll and Write.
Oh, yeah.
So I do have this one, which
Rob's
I love
awesome.
Alhambra, which Rob introduced me to that game, and I love that game. So
oh yeah,
I'm excited to have the Roll and Write. Picked up an expansion to Star Trek Star Realms. This is the Borg Invasion. So I had to get that one. Let's see. I mentioned Panda Spin as well. Then I picked up, not too long ago, I got to play a game called Ahoy! And Leader Games has put out some new expansions that are now, I don't know, well, they were available at the con. I haven't seen them in the stores yet, but Rivals and Renegades and Fang and Fortune. So I grabbed both of those expansions. I also got a treasure pack with some additional goodies in it. And then I bought an upgrade pack, which gives me metal coins and some wooden bits as well for the game. All right. What else did I get? Oh, Peak Team Rangers. This one looks good. It's a cooperative game from Scott Alms. I think it's 1 to 4. Oh, it is 1 to 5 players. And this one looks interesting. So this is from Matago. Looking forward to playing that one. And now I have, because I'm an idiot, Galileo Galilei, I have 2 copies of it. I ordered it before I went to GenCon because I knew I wanted it. And I'm like, well, it's going to be there, but I might as well I'll save myself. I know I want it. I'm going to order it. Well, then I got there and forgot that I had ordered it and bought a copy. So now I got 2 of these. But a friend of mine in my game group, I'm bringing that tomorrow to our game group to play. So I might be able to sell it to him. Picked up Zenith. Awesome game.
You could be like the Tupperware people. You know, it's like you have the party. It's like, oh, look at this, juice pitcher. You can buy it.
Yeah, if you're listening to audio, our video one, I'm actually showing, because almost everything is still sitting here right by my table, so I'm just showing the boxes. So I'm like, ooh, here I've got Undergrove from AEG and Elizabeth Hargrave and Mark
you're like the ladies on Price is Right.
Price is Right. All right. Next, I also did pick up. All right, I think I'm done with that. That might be getting old. Tolkien. The Tribes and Prophecies expansion for Tolkien, the Mayan calendar.
And what else did you get over there?
I'll get to that. It's not on my list yet. Stuff's falling over. I did get the Lost Ruins of Arnak Adventure chest, which is not here yet. I had to send that back via UPS. So there's several games I don't have yet that are still on their way. I bought too much to fit in the suitcases, but I'm looking forward to this Lost Ruins chest of holding everything together in the new expansions that come in it. So also got a copy of Juicy Fruits. I don't remember what I bought, but I bought something, and they gave me that for free.
Yeah.
And I got Silos.
Wasn't it up and down or up or down?
That's a pretty small game. No, that wasn't up or down. That was a separate.
Because if you spent $20, you got Juicy Fruits.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember where it was.
It was I want to say it was a coupon out of that coupon book.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
And I picked up The Last Command, which this is one of, I got a video unboxing of this. It's going to release any day now. And this is I'm really excited to play this game. It reminds me of Star Realms, but like expanded. Like you have like a ship deck and a personnel deck. Like you're building up multiple decks in this deck builder, and it's like a dual game, kind of like Star Realms. And it just looks, you've got different things to control in your ship, and it looks really cool. It looks like a lot of fun, so I'm excited for that. Point Galaxy, Impropolis, Cascadia Junior. We mentioned these earlier. The Guild of Merchant Explorers Party Pack, another copy of Tiny Towns, and then Ready Set Bet High Roller Edition, again, which is on its way, it's shipping, and also, again, like Rob said, the Smash Up Penguins deck. So, and then of course a bunch of. I don't think I mentioned. I got this little guy for Robot Quest Arena, Dozer. He's a
Yeah, that's
little
cool.
robot, and I did get a Kickstarter, a backer promo pack that I picked up for that game. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but Fight 5, I did get Fight 5 as well. And then I got some promos for Lost Ruins of Arnak, Galilei. Oh, and I got more actually in my, just remembered, they're in my badge holder. I got some more promos that I stuck in there to keep safe, and I got to go find it. I got to go remember to pull them out. And I think that pretty much there might be something else in that box that's shipping that I forgot about, but I think that's good enough. That was a lot of stuff. So
there's a lot of stuff to carry. That's what it was.
Yes, it was. So
we were pack mules, at least for a little while.
Dude, if someone got a picture of us on Friday night or Thursday night at the end of the night,
yep.
We were so bogged down with stuff. It was crazy. I remember having like multiple bags in each hand, my backpack on my back full, and then that big giant AEG bag with stuff in it that I had slung over my neck and was hanging off the front, just trying to lumber back to the car. I was so exhausted that first day. No, we were pack mules.
You know, I got to say that when you took that picture, you actually looked a lot less tired than you were the rest of the time. So you were very photogenic for that picture in comparison.
Yeah, right.
You were. No lie.
And no, Rob and I know we talked about we were going to do some stuff. We didn't do anything there for the show at GenCon because, it's just so crazy. And it's like we go there with the intent we're going there with a different mindset than a lot of channels where it's like they're going there to do the videos and all these things and film. Like that's their goal. Ours is to shop, to wander around, to see all the stuff that we can, to have fun. And it's like we'll try to get some stuff if we can, but it just didn't happen. And then I left and forgot my little tripod thing anyways, and it's just so we did take some pictures, but I think I posted a couple of shorts, but that was about it. So this is our content, our pre and post podcast. That's our content. So
this is our board game life.
Yeah. No. But that's it. I think we're good. I think we've covered everything.
Yeah, and then the only thing that we really had kind of in addition was, we talked about it a little bit, like we have the AEG, like the two events that we attended are the AEG 30th anniversary, which was cool,
Yeah.
AEG's been around forever, and they've been around for 30 years. I hope they're on for 30 more. They're one of my more favorite companies. Their games are good, and I love the big game night, whole event. And I wish more companies did that. Well, then it'd be harder to choose which one to go to. Maybe. I don't know. But it's something that they've been doing for years. Yeah. And I try to attend this every single year that I go there. And actually, I have attended it every year that I've gone. So I've gone to a couple to tree. And then, so yeah, they had the anniversary, which was, I'll call it like a mini big game night. It is a long event, right? The whole thing is booked for 4 hours, but you can pretty much expect to be there for 3. And then big game night was on Friday night, and that was its normal goodness. But it's cool to go in there, play the games. You're taught the games. You usually play an entire game unless you're running late.
Yeah.
And then you get stuff, right? The tickets are like $35 for these things, and you easily get double that in games.
Yeah.
So Yeah, I think that's about it, right?
That's it for me.
All right. So that was this Gen Con life on this board game life. And, we've been talking about Gen Con for the past couple of months. Now we can stop talking about it until next year, until Gen Con 2026, which I'm sure will get a lot more love.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's it for episode 102. So with that being said, I'm Rob. Thanks for listening, everybody. And we'll catch you all in the next show in 2 weeks.
And Mark, we'll see you at the table.